Welcome to our channel. Today we share with you a kidnap story that you would never believe. Gone without a trace. The story of Omar B. Omar B. was a young man with a bright future. At 19, he had hopes and dreams just like any of us. Then one day, he disappeared. It was 1998 in Jelfa, Algeria. Omar's family was desperate. They looked everywhere, their hope fading with each passing day. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. The pain of not knowing was terrible. Where could Omar be? This question haunted his family for 26 long years. They held on to the smallest bit of hope, praying for his safe return. But as time went on, they had to accept that he was gone. Life continued, but the sadness of Omar's disappearance never went away. The thought of him out there somewhere kept them going. They never stopped hoping, but they also learned to live with the awful uncertainty. They had no idea Omar was closer than they thought, trapped in a nightmare just a short distance from their home.
The pain of not knowing was unbearable. Where could Omar be? It was a question that haunted us for 26 long years. We clung to the slimmest of hopes, praying for his safe return. But as time marched on, the reality of his absence settled in. Life went on, but the shadow of Omar's disappearance loomed large. A living hell, 26 years locked away. Omar wasn't free. He was a prisoner in his own neighborhood, held captive in a basement just 200 yards from his family's house. A 61-year-old doorman from El Guadid had allegedly kept him there all those years. We're still learning about what happened to him, but we know Omar suffered terribly. Omar wasn't living a life of freedom. He was a prisoner in his own neighborhood, held captive in a cellar just 200 yards from his family home. His captor, a 61-year-old doorman from El Guadid, had allegedly kept him there all these years. The details of his captivity are still emerging, but what we do know is that Omar endured unimaginable horror. Imagine being so close to home, yet so far away. The sounds of laughter, the smell of his mother's cooking, the familiar voices of his brothers and sisters, all just out of reach. He was like a ghost, trapped in a living hell. The basement, his prison, was dark, damp, and airless. It's hard to imagine the mental pain he must have felt. To live in such darkness and isolation for 26 years shows how strong the human spirit can be. But at what cost? The scars of this experience are deep, a constant reminder of the life he lost. A surprise turned social media leads to freedom. In a strange turn of events, Omar's freedom came through a whisper on social media. The captor's brother, fighting over an inheritance, revealed Omar's location online. This small clue, a desperate attempt to gain power in a family fight, became Omar's lifeline. In a strange twist of fate, Omar's freedom came through whispers on the wind, the digital wind of social media. The captor's brother, embroiled in an inheritance dispute, revealed Omar's location online. The news spread quickly, reaching Omar's family. They rushed to the basement, their hearts pounding with hope and fear. Could this be real? Could their Omar still be alive after all these years? As they got closer to the basement, their worst fears turned into disbelief. There he was, Omar sitting quietly under a haystack. The years had etched lines on his face, his body frail, but his eyes still held a spark of recognition. The reunion was emotional, overwhelming, and filled with a mixture of joy and sorrow. After 26 years of agonizing silence, Omar was finally home. Rebuilding our life after 26 years. Omar's story shows us that hope never dies. Even in the darkest times, a small light can guide us home. But his journey isn't over. He is getting the medical and psychological help he needs, starting the long and difficult process of healing. Omar's story is a testament to the enduring power of hope. Even in the darkest of times, a flicker of light can lead the way home. His journey is far from over, though. He is currently receiving much-needed medical and psychological care, beginning the long and arduous process of healing. The road ahead will be tough, filled with therapy and the difficult task of getting used to a world that has changed so much. The trauma he experienced will probably stay with him forever, a constant reminder of the years he lost. But Omar is a survivor. He has shown incredible strength, and with the love and support of his family, he can start to rebuild his life. His story is a symbol of hope, a reminder that even when things seem impossible, the human spirit can overcome anything. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel to get more stories. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell.